common, but the Lama Tsongkhapa in the life story, you hear 700,000 prostrations done with by reciting 35 Buddha prayer in Oga children. Then rainfalls of realizations happened after that. Oh, that is mentioned there. Very much confession practices Lama Tsongkhapa did in order to receive all the realizations of the graduate path to enlightenment. It's a 35 Buddha. I do not hear much about the Vajrasattva, even though it's very common in regards of practice of purification. That is a very common practice, purify obstacle for realizations to develop the mind, and that's very common in the Nimaka Sajja Guru as very common, but Lama Tsongkhapa life story is the 35 Buddha. So I wrote letter to my guru, Tabje Demoloche Rinpoche, few months ago, Rinpoche passed away. Quite a number of months ago. So on generally after his illness was great Lama and Gilugwa sect, and great Lama then passed away, in that aspect passed away. So yeah, he went to the aspect diabetes and for many years. But Rinpoche went to walk for a walk after lunch. Maybe morning, I'm not sure. I went for a walk and come back, have a tea, and not in the room, but the outside the resting place on bench, and then had tea, and then Rinpoche just passed away. So, like that, very nothing heavy in the hospital or sick or pain or something, not like that. So anyway, I wrote letter to from the west to Rinpoche, maybe from Australia, many years ago. So I said, why Lama Tsongkhapa like this? And so Rinpoche said, yes, if you do Tajapai Buddha prayer just once, just about once, so it purifies the very heavy, the heaviest Nikrama, of course, that to breaking samadhi with Guru, disturbing the holy mind of Guru, all these things. But the other one, the heavy one, also, of course, that is, degenerated samaya with Guru, so then giving up Guru, or so. Well, that's it. Of course, it is not said that you can achieve enlightenment in this life. But the other heavy negative karma, without a break of another life, that you get reborn immediately in the lower realm. Of course, you have to go 3 intermediate stages, but there might be few seconds. Life in the intermediate stage could be few minutes, few seconds. So you get reborn in the lowest hotel @1, an inexhaustible hell realm. So there, the length of life is 1 intermediate eon. That is the length of life of the number S, the measure hot hell. The measure hot hell, the number S. The inexhaustible hell realm one for length of life, one intermediate eon, and that's length of life. So even though this world ends, but the karma is not finished. Your karma is not finished. You get reborn in another universe, hell realm. Then there you experience, if your karma is not finished. So do like that. Even this, because there's one intermediate, one great eon, there's I think I'm not 100% sure, but the 20 middle eon, I think 20 intermediate eon, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but something like that for each great eon. So there's one great eon from the former realms and the evolution of the world. The last one is the held realm of this universe. So like that, the ending is also down, up, then ending. So it takes one great eon for evolution, one great eon for lasting the world, existing duration of world, lasting the world, and duration for ending the world into one great eon. And then one great eon, what is this world? There's nothing there. Oh, there's one great eon like that mentioned, 4 great eons. And so each one, I think 20 intermediate eon, I think that's, but not 100% sure. So like that, so one curve from 10 edge going up to 80, then come down 80 Himalaya, 80,000, 80,000, and then coming down, 10, then going up. So from 80, so each curve when going up, they come 20 like that, 20 intermediate. So killed the father, mother of this life, and then killed Arhat who have ceased the cause of samsara, delusion, karma, liberated from the oceans of samsara, suffering, killed Arhat, and then caused blood to Buddha, Buddha's holy body, caused blood coming out, and then caused disunity among the realized sanghas, like that. So end of this negative karma is done. Then if you do one time touched by Buddha well, it can purify such this heavy, extremely heavy, not heaviest, but extremely heavy negative karma. End of this done, you have done, committed, it get purified. So it's extremely powerful, this touched by Buddha. Oh, like even by reciting, even by practicing just one time, recite one time well. That's only reciting, but there's it has remedy for powers. Power of reliance, negative karmas were collected with the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. By taking refuge to Buddha Dhamma Sangha, get purified. By generating bodhicitta at the beginning, the negative karmas collected with the sentient beings get purified with that. the thing it the number the power the reflecting the shortcomings of negative karma collected from beginningless rebirth, not on this life. Many times people think all this is no, from beginningless rebirth. From begin. Why we experience so much problem in this life is because of the past karmas, not on this life. No, from negative karmas collected from beginningless rebirth. We have to understand. We have to think that, not only think this life. So what happens is when we have one translator, one old student translator, French, very old translator student. So so before she was her physical body was okay, not deformed, it was okay, but then later, I mean, beauty and ugly, it all depends on the individual person's view. Normal people would say, yeah, beautiful body, but what happened? Everything changed later. Everything changed later. Oh, then all become like this, like that. Become not somebody tortured, not like that. Don't think like that. By karma, by past karma. So she was always asking question, what I did wrong? What I did wrong? I become like this. I become like this. I become like this. What I did wrong? She thinks she hasn't created such a. She thinks she hasn't created such negative, heavy negative karma. She thinks. So the one problem is only think this lives, not think of past lives. And these lives also, if you don't know about karma, if you don't know details about karma, you would never recognize what a heavy negative karma you have collected. You won't recognize if you don't know about details about karma. Oh, that's the question. So don't think of past life, is it? Only think this. What did I wrong? What did wrong things I did? Very surprised. Why she explains all this? She feels like she experienced something which she didn't do, which karma, the negative karma, heavy negative karma, she didn't create. They're like that. It's something undeserved. So how's that possible? It's impossible. Everything, every single thing, even when we feel hot and cool air passing on the head, or the cool air passing through and feeling cool, pleasant, even that's more pleasant, even that small comfort in the dream, it's all come from karma. It's all to do with the good karma, and unpleasant, and it's even small unpleasant thing from negative karma, even small pleasant things from good karma. So everything to do with the karma. So even though she has been very, very old student, but he had heard many teachings. But you see, when a problem comes and you only experience, so you big surprise. What I did wrong? You question it. So you don't think that negative karma is collected from beginningless birth. One never think of that. See? So it looks like you experience something that you're not deserved. You haven't created the cause for that. So this thing like that. So in the So thinking the shortcomings of negative karma collected from beginningless rebirth, feeling regret to that. Oh, that's so the yeah. So in the 35 Buddha prayer, it's confessing the broke the Buddha's about things like that. So it doesn't contain the broke tongue tribal. It doesn't contain. So. Bodhisattva's confessing downfall. Oh, that's the title. So does not contain the tongue broke the tongue doesn't have that. So the general compassion, Jisha, oh, that one has then additional the Pate Mosha Bodhisattva, then tongue all three, so like that. So anyway, what I want to say is by reciting Tattva Buddha, so each name it purifies 6,000-7,000 eons, not years, lifetime, no, eons, 2 eons to the 6, 7 of them. Yeah. 1,000 or the different names, reciting different Buddha's name has power to purify many thousand eons of different negative karmas. The processing to glorify the flower that Buddha has reciting that name once, just once. It has power to purify 100,000 eons of negative karma. Please understand. 100,000 eons of the negative karma. To create negative karma is so easy. To create negative karma every day and night, so easy. But to purify is not difficult. But to purify not difficult. But curing the karma is so easy. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It just happens like this. Mind is so uncontrolled. So uncontrolled. We don't have any realization. So uncontrolled. It happens. The heaviest in the karma, abandon Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Anything only have difficulty, especially. Even there's no difficulty, but it happens. Mind is very uncontrolled. So, damn. Anyway, so, but purify, I said wrong way. Purify, not easy. Unbelievable difficult. And you have to know how to do that. You have to know how to do that correctly. And most powerful way how to do. Not easy. So the 35 Buddha whole prayer has a practice of the four power. So that's why it counts negative karmas. There the karma to be born in hell realm, and then animal realm, pattern, then the barbarian, then long life God, where there is no opportunity back to Dharma to that Dharma, even such a long life, and like deep sleep, then except the very last moment, other heretical beings, then you're born as a human being, but full, mind is full, so cannot learn. So some even they live a long life, many years, but cannot learn. Mind is full. So you see many people. So So what to do? It's karma's old experience. Karma's old experience. Before you experience karma, you didn't meet Dharma. You are not born human being, you didn't meet Dharma. You didn't get born human being, and neither that, nor even you born human being, but meet Dharma didn't happen. So then born human being, being full mind, cannot learn. So same as animal, all like that. So extra body is not in shape of animals of that. So then heretical being, where there's no Buddha, even you're born human, but born in the place, time where there's no Buddha descent, so no Dharma to practice. So it's like that, opposite to ed freedom, opposite to ed freedom, 10 reasons. Opposite to ed freedom. So not only this slide, don't think only this line. Collected the opposite to ed freedom, opposite to ed freedom, opposite to ed freedom, collected the negative karma from numberless times, from beginningless rebirth. You must remember that. When you confess that you are Buddha, don't think about only this side. Oh, from beginningless time, numberless time. Oh, collected the negative karma, opposite to the ed freedom, to not receive ed freedom. Oh, then they mentioned that. Then 10 reaching this, and opposite to that, negative karma, which interfere to receive the changes. Oh, collected from beginningless rebirth. Oh, remember that. Then you can feel something. You can feel need to confess, purify negative karma. So, that's so important. So unbelievable importance right now, because you know death. Because you see, we all have, many of us, we have, a wrong concept of permanence. And that every morning, even the day when you're going to die by car accidents or the heart attack or just anything, you see. But in the morning when you get up, I will live for many years. I will live for many years. We always get up with that idea, and even 5 minutes, before accident or something, heart attack, whatever, I will live for many years. It's still there. This is not correct. So that's the wrong concept. We cannot trust all the time to that mind. So, for example, today, in this world, even in India, older people died, young people died, babies died in mother's womb. After a few seconds of conception, dead. After conception happened, after a few seconds it died, and died. Children after born, many children died, and children die, old people die, middle people die. Even today happened in the world, in the India, so nothing definite. So I don't. Maybe I told last time when I was here. So we have one old student. He was monk, Narendra Unze, leader of the prayer. Narendra, not India, France. The FPMT monastery. They have monastic, you see, or the monastic things, confession, sojourn, reviving, and then they abiding in the summer retreat and releasing from that, they have Shisum Choga, Vinaya practice as a monastery. So they've been studying very much basic programs, and now they're studying master programs. Basic program is done several times. Those many extensive Buddhist philosophies, and it has been a long time. The monastery started many years ago. So many teachings have been Sudan Tangdra. So he was the leader of the puja. Narendra, he led long life puja with the long life puja to His Holiness Lama, and led several times. Anyway, his parents. I'm not him. I'm talking about his parents. His name is Tudan Pende. He's a fat monk. Tudan Pende, fat monk. His father was they died last year or year before. So the house in California, father was standing, talking with the mother, standing, not laying down sick and all that. So they were both of them were standing talking, but father's head turned this way, talking while they're talking. Father's head turned this way, and mother died. Just like that. While they're talking, stand up talking in the house, while the father turned her head other side, then look at mother dead, already dead, just like that. That's one example of what I heard. This is just one example. I'm sure there's many like this. So while they're traveling, while they're walking outside, died. One student, I heard one student, dressed up and walking the street, talk, and suddenly collapse. One student in America, I heard that. So you can really say death can happen any time. That's the most important meditation. Most important meditation for us ordinary beings. It doesn't matter. So for us ordinary beings, most. Even the whole Kanju Buddha's teaching more than 100 volumes, Nagarjuna Ashtanga, all those Pandits' teachings, commentaries to Buddha's more than 200 volumes, or even all those teachings by heart and able to explain well. But if you don't reflect the impermanence of death, if you don't think impermanence is death, if you miss it out, then your actions doesn't become Dharma. Your actions, body, spirit, mind, does not become Dharma. So doesn't become cause of happiness. Dharma doesn't mean something only devoted to, something. No. This is Dharma is my motivation. Motivation uncontaminated by attachment to this life. Oh, that's Dharma mind. Oh, Dharma mind is uncontaminated, pure mind, uncontaminated by attachment. Then the action of body spirit mind become pure Dharma. Otherwise, even religious actions like what we do here, religious actions, even you do looks like religion, but not real religion. That there's no mind do not become Dharma. So attachment, especially, and do not become Dharma, become only Dharma. So like that. But outside looking very devoted or something like or maybe outside form change or some prayer or whatever looks like Dharma. But when you really check, done check the motivation whether Dharma or not. This is not Dharma. You find out no Dharma, the old Dharma. So, but looking Dharma. So as Pamasambhava said, Chebe Sukhi, Chemin Chesibes. So religious form, Chebe Sukhi, Chemin Chesibes, religious form. Then that's non-Dharma. Non-religious, non-Dharma. Religion, here I say religion in the no religion or not Dharma, because I put the same meaning of Dharma, but people might refer religion just anyway, what do you do outside? But anyway, so that's one word, but I don't remember what Pema Sambhava said. So what I'm saying, even you know all kinds of things about how the connection so well, but you never think of your death. You never think of your reality of your life, impermanence, death can come any time, any moment, any day, any moment, it can happen. You never think about that. So your action about the spirit mind cannot become Dharma. So like that cannot become pure Dharma. Then you see, even you try to Dharma, then the old becomes old Dharma. So like that. So the most important meditation, most important Dharma practice for us ordinary being, most important Dharma practice, most important meditation. Oh, that is mitagwa to remember impermanence, that. That. You see, no matter otherwise, no matter how much you learn it in even Buddhism, Sudatanta, but if you don't think that, if you miss out that, then you see your actions, your own actions, Bodhisattva, never become Dharma, and Lusa Dharma, dual Dharma, knows Lord, but it appears like that, but reality, life becomes empty. Life does not become Dharma, empty. It becomes only one old Dharma, Jidin Chide. So like that. So that's most important for us. That is to always remember that. Then to practice purification, whatever action you do, walking, eating, walking, sitting, sleeping, whatever you do, then you see you do that to purify your mind. How then they can become Dharma? Then you say automatically use to purify your mind, to collect all the actions, sleeping, eating, all the things, working, job, doing job, everything become. Then you able to use become Dharma. Then to collect the extensive merits, not for you, best for certain things. All this happens. So besides reflecting, listening Dharma, reflecting meditation, beside that. So and then everything what you do pure becomes pure Dharma. So that's not the very essence of teaching is that. Then this way every day. Then this way, every day you plan, you are making preparation for the happiness of future life. Whatever you do, eating, walking, sitting, sleeping, doing job, whatever you do, everything become Dharma, everything become a preparation cause for the happiness of future lives. Not just future life one, no, future lives, the endless, the reincarnation in samsara, endless. So I don't know when we actualize Four Noble Truth. I don't know when we have a direct perception of emptiness to remove the root of samsara, ignorance. I don't know when. So incarnation can be endless. Reincarnation, again, samsara, endless. So the I forgot now. Forgot what I'm saying.
Using all activities to make preparations for the happiness of life.
So whatever you do, everything becomes dharma. That means everything becomes cause of happiness of future lives. So sorry, very bad English way of talking, very bad English. But you see, we have endless. I don't know when we realize the Four Noble Truth. I'm not sure. So endless rebirth in samsara. This heavy suffering. We have to go through that. Numberless times, even that. So then it becomes happiness, or it becomes a cause of liberation from oceans of samsara suffering. Then not only that, it becomes cause of enlightenment, cause of Buddhahood, total elimination of the obscuration and completion of all the realization Sangye. So our activities, listening, reflecting, meditation, eating, walking, sitting, sleep, all the things even become cause of enlightenment, all like that. So something I failed to mention, but I forgot while I'm talking. So anyway, so the done with the mind is dharma, which is dharma. So like that. So that's it. So all this, whatever you do, reflecting, listening, teaching, reflecting, meditation, eating, walking, sitting, sleeping, doing jobs. So everything becomes a preparation for death. Everything becomes preparation for death. So conclusion. So you see, all day long what you do, everything becomes preparation for death. By thinking, the death can happen any moment. By thinking that. So whatever you do is being preparation for death. So therefore, even the death happened today, you did preparation for death, pure Dharma practice already. If you did not die, you have more opportunity to make preparation for death. So that's what Lama Tsongkhapa mentioned. So like that. I think that's the most. That's for especially for us ordinary beings. That's I think even what is only Omane Peme Hum, nothing else, only what. But you have this, you can die any time. You have always that thought. Then your result Omane Peme Hum become pure Dharma. Preparation for death. So each time you recite Om Mani Padme Hum, become preparation for death. So become pure Dharma. The other one, as I mentioned, you know, Ganjur, Tenjur, to continue has more than 200 volumes. So all that, you know, Lama Tsongkhapa teachings, Lama Tsongkhapa's true disciples' teachings, all you know by heart, so rich, your knowledge, your understanding, your intellectual understanding, you know. But then if you don't think you are dead, you know, no total impairment that then you see every day your actions, then even you recite Om Mani Padme Hum or whatever, then doesn't become as a molded Dharma. So difficult to become pure Dharma. So that so there. So my talk expanded from that. So then, Nyembo Kundu top. Nyebala lao top top. Nyembo Kundu top. So that. Nyembokundu tops, but the reciting Buddha's names, Nyembokundu top, the remedy power or the remedy opposite to Nigirikama, or the opposite to Nigirikama, the reciting Vajrasattva's name, visualizing Vajrasattva, reciting Vajrasattva's name, until 35 Buddha's name, Nyembokundu top. Then at the end, never allowed to top the power to not commit again. So here, perhaps I don't remember you mentioned or not. So according to the what the lineage lamas, the nearest lineage lamas, what the advice is, you know, making vow to own again. So that's not true. So therefore, lineage lamas, what they advised is the very difficult ones. Once I can abstain from, I will abstain from. The ones are extremely difficult, I will abstain from. But the time is I did it. The general ideas from lineage lamas, the recent lineage lamas, the difficult one, most difficult ones and vices. Then I will abstain one day, or even few hours, even hours, even few minutes, even for extremely difficult ones, even for a few seconds. That's kind of more truthful. So to make it power to not commit again, make like this, Vajrasattva or the 35 Buddha. Then that's what the advice. That becomes more truthful. So what I want to say, so even the very first one, Lama the Tomajuna Jinjavadajam Banjava Shigatovala Chasol, the first Buddha's name. It is mentioned in the Lamrim Jojo commentaries. The Lamas mentioned that 10,000 eons of Nigirikama get purified. But in Kanjur, I have seen with my eyes in Buddha's teaching in Kanjur that is mentioned that if you recite Buddha's name, Lama Tombachun, that one we start from Kapon. From Kapon, so many years ago, we started Lama Tomba. The Lama is the beginning, Guru at the beginning. So that not just without reason, Guru. Not that. Guru is the heart, the very meaning, what it is, what is most profound subject, Guru. So the Tomba Chomdende, the Jin Shabata, Chomba Yang, Taba Zoe, Panjawashika, it's all adjective, it's all the qualification of the Guru. Tomba Chomdende, the Jin Shabata, Yang, Taba Zoe, Sanja Panjawashika. So, qualification. Shakya is the Buddha's caste. Otherwise, all Buddha, all quality of the Guru talking about. Then procession with your body, speech, mind, all like that. So the essence, the Guru. So I'm not going to this time. It will. It's the same thing. Why we do Lama Chapa to that Guru, that very source. Same, meaning same. This one, and why we do Lama Chapa to whom is not just Tsongkhapa. People think Tsongkhapa in the metaphor that Tsongkhapa, yes, but not Tsongkhapa as Guru. So in Ganjura, I've seen in the Ganjura how much purified by reciting one time Tomba Lama Tomba Chundenda Jabata Chomanda Panjawashika Tovala Chatul. It is said in Tibetan, Chita Chambu De. It purifies I'm not sure, Ed billion or Ed great billion, that I have to check again, but definitely billion eons, the Ed has a billion eons, Nikit come and get pure. Please understand this. This is the most important thing to understand. By reciting one time, please understand, it purifies Chidatsambo De in Tibetan. And at blin or at griblin, eons of Nikit get purified. It was a Nima Molam. There's one. They have also quoted to that text, and could wait to meet the Tangdara teaching again next life. By reciting this, and purification is unbelievable, most unbelievable. Don't think it's a small thing. So I think so I want to let you know about this. There's more benefits mentioned. There's more benefits. Then by reciting this, your life is always towards enlightenment. Never opposite to enlightenment. Always towards enlightenment. Your life. It has the benefit. So I think so. Rinpoche Japje Dhamma replied, Lama Tsongkhapa, why did this 700,000 person by the Sattva Buddha, but don't mention Vajrasattva? So but during one time, just one time that Buddha he purified Samanga, the Nikit Karma without break of another life. This is 5 Nikit Karma, which makes you reborn in the lost hotel. Get purified. Said that. Okay, thank you so much. So,
just to clarify,